What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to this channel. Back with another video on a very special video today. This is the brand new MV Agusta Dragster 800. It is the America Special Edition. It's a very cool, new, unique bike. Thank you to MV Agusta for inviting me for this event. They unveiled this bike for us last night. We had a nice dinner, a nice little kind of overview about MV and the bike and stuff like that. And today is the demo ride, and this is the first ride of this bike and all that cool stuff. A lot of crazy features with this bike. She starts. But yeah, we're doing the demo ride today, and I'm very excited to try this out. There's a lot of this bike is bone stock. If you guys couldn't see right from the start, it has a clear clutch cover, which I was obsessed about. I was like, I can't believe they put a OEM clear clutch cover. You know, MV always surprises me when it comes to putting aftermarket parts bone stock. Another really cool thing is the rear sets. Look at that, they're perfectly tucked in. You probably can't see them, but I'll demonstrate them when we reach the first stop. But they literally fold in and out completely, you literally can't see them, and then you fold this whole metal piece out. Oh, bougie F3. Another crazy thing, look at this. No clutch, and first gear, no clutch at all, and just literally starts rolling just like that. No clutch. How weird is that? See, I'm trying to go grab my clutch to slow down, but you don't need to. You never need to use the clutch anymore for this bike, so it's kind of crazy. But yeah, of course this has a quick shifter, auto blipper. The main thing about this new clutch is the fact that you don't need to use neutral. Stopping, going, the bike is pretty much like a car now. You need to, if you want to go to neutral, you need to use your clutch, but other than that, you don't need to use any of this stuff. First impressions, this bike is very nimble and light. And it's not GP shift. That is the one thing that I always complain about, that I'm gonna be tripping out, because yeah, it's regular shifting, and now I'm gonna be shifting opposite for a little bit. I'm excited to kind of stop and go and feel that. Hey, thank you, sir. Oh, I popped into neutral somehow. So it does still do false neutrals without using the clutch, but it's weird. Did you hear that? I popped into second and the engine wasn't activated, and when I gave it throttle, it kind of activated. It's trippy. It's definitely weird, and something that I'm gonna need to get used to. Pretty comfortable bike based on first impressions and all. But let's see, this is, look, no clutch at all. This is weird. I went to grab it, but I didn't really actually use it. I'm still muscle memory. It's gonna be so weird not going to grab the clutch. But yeah, I forgot to introduce where we are. We're in the beautiful Beverly Hills. Started from the house where we had this event. Now we're gonna go on a pretty long route, so we're gonna be riding this thing a lot. We're gonna go through some canyons, through all type of stuff, so you know, it's gonna be fun. Do a proper test. This is not a short little demo ride. This is a proper long ride. Okay, look at that, no clutch, right? And that's it. I'm in first gear, and I just stop, and the bike just is not going anywhere. How weird is that? And it doesn't feel unnatural or anything. It's just crazy. Okay, so we can't rev since you're in first gear. The bike just kind of goes. He did tell us that. He was like, yeah, you can't be revving at when you're stopped and stuff like that, because the bike is in first gear. That's definitely gonna need some getting used to, but man, just already more bikes need this. You never have to find neutral, boys. You never have to find neutral. This is insane. It's semi-automatic pretty much. You don't have to use the clutch to shift because it has an auto blipper up and down, so it's very solid. Look at that. Just a bunch of clones. Looks beautiful. This bike looks way too good. And if you guys didn't notice already, but it has literally the Rush hub on it. not bad for a bone stock bike that is a middle class technically. This bike makes around 4 to 500 4 to 5 you guys can clearly tell that it's very early for me by saying 4 to 500 horsepower. 140 to I think 148 or 147 it is with the acro that it would come with, around like the 140 to 150 range if you add the acro to it, which apparently brings it really like to life because it comes with its own tuning and stuff like that. But not bad for a bone stock bike. It feels very like punchy and, you know, fun. How do I fold these? Okay, so the mirrors literally just fold, so that's nice. I'm gonna keep them this way. Yeah, super adjustable mirrors. They fold and they also extend. You can like push them in and out and stuff like that, which is very, very new. Like, that's the thing, a lot of things about this bike are very like new and advanced. I love when companies do that. I love when they're like innovating and new technologies and stuff like that, and they start adding other technologies from like racing and dirt and stuff like that into like the sport bikes, because currently this is the ultimate daily, especially like we're in Beverly Hills, LA and stuff like that, and you know, with traffic and everything, this would be perfect. You don't have to use your clutch. You can adjust your mirror, you can fold it in, you can like, you know, extend it. Yeah, I think, yeah, see, if I'm pulling it, it extends, and then you push it back in and extends in, or the other way around, not extends but shortens. It's just so weird not going for the clutch. It is so weird. Like, I'm trying to like think about it, so it's like, you know, I'm like, okay, don't go for your clutch. And I know you guys love the LA kind of like rides and tours and stuff like that, so this is the perfect, it's early so it's not going to be as much traffic, and it's just like kind of perfect for, oh my god, this is so, bro, it like literally deletes all type of like, you know, taking off. There's no, apparently like they told me that when you start, like if you want to really take off, it will do like 3.5 seconds every single time, 0 to 60. You literally just full throttle it and it'll go. I'm already kind of like getting good at it. I thought I'm going to be grabbing the clutch a lot more, you know, so I'm already impressed with myself. The fact that I don't need to go, like not having to go to neutral at lights in cities like where I live, aka, you know, LA and all that. It's really nice. It really is nice. You know, there's no like friction zone, nothing like that. It doesn't feel electric. The bike still has kind of like kind of almost like a friction zone, so it's kind of like it doesn't just yank you right away. It kind of gradually and then goes, so it like feels like a normal bike, like you're operating a clutch, but it almost feels like you're perfectly taking off every single time. And I love the America Special Edition. I feel like I'm on Spider-Man, Captain America. It depends on who's your favorite, but yeah, I do like the colors. Usually I don't like very colorful, you know, bikes and stuff like that, but this one with the wheel cap, even the exhaust they thought about, and yeah, so there's a lot of like, the exhaust is all like satin black, so it's a very, very clean bike, you know, and it looks like a one-seater, but it's actually a two-seater, so that is also awesome. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm loving not having to use a clutch. I was telling them, I was like, is it possible to use this technology on the Rush? But they haven't made it for their 4-cylinder bikes. This is for their 3 cylinders. If you guys did not know, the Dragster is not the Brutalis. It's not a 4-cylinder bike. So it's kind of like the F3, if you want to say. But, you know, the F3 is the Super Sport. This is more like the naked bike. Like, props to MV for putting that much technology and cool stuff in such a bike. Like, it's absolutely beautiful. Like the finish on it, I mean, as you guys know, MV's motorcycle art, and like, you know, honestly, like seeing what they had to talk about and go through with all the details about MV and their history and stuff like that made me appreciate my Rush so much more, and like love it so much more, because I know the backstory of it. Like, one of the things that police, LA, you know, normal. But one of the main things about the MV that I didn't know, that I thought was really, really cool, is the fact that they build the shape, or if you want to call it, like, they designed the bike first, and then after that, after designing the bike, they build like the chassis and the, you know, they start talking about more of the like details and the performance of the bike. So I thought that was a very, very cool thing, that, you know, design comes first for them. Their design team designs the bikes, make them look as beautiful as they are, and then they give them to their engineering and performance team. They're like, okay, so let's see how much power we can push, air, you know, aerodynamics, all that other stuff, performance and all that. But let me show you this. Look at these. These are the passenger pegs. They're forged aluminum, so they're super light, and look how sleek they are. It literally looks like a one-seater, but then you do this, you put it back. I'm gonna leave it down for you. But yeah, it obviously has like a little rubber thing that you push in, but I don't want to push it since she's on it, you know. But yeah, it's literally like so nice and so sleek, and you just pull these two things out. They like, there's no extra weight in them or anything like that, so like they're kind of perfect, and they look super sleek. Like, you know, I would keep my passenger pegs if I had that option. I feel like we're the Avengers right now with all our America edition MVs. Yeah, I already feel pretty comfortable on this bike. Very kind of like more natural, getting used to the regular shifting, getting used to the kind of like the throttle responsiveness and the braking and all that. Obviously I didn't test as much of the braking because it's been a lot of like traffic, but you know, that feel of the clutch and all that stuff. Yeah, see, I can't rev it. I do this and the bike just goes. But yeah, I also asked about this new clutch system, and it literally adds, I think, like within grams, so less than a pound, pretty much. Less than a pound to have this extra feature of not having to go to neutral. You know what I mean? So like, how cool is that? I forgot what manufacturer has had. Oh, I think Honda in one of their bikes, not their super sports or like the sport bikes, but has on one of their cruisers, I believe, or something like that. And to have this feature of not having to use like neutral and all, I think it adds like 25 pounds to the bike. So the fact that they managed to do it with literally under a pound, it's like, why not have it on every single bike? So, you know, obviously that is going to be optimal. Also, if you care about like, you know, going to the track, performance, all that type of stuff, then you can also deactivate that feature. Not through the settings, it's like a mechanical thing, but it's like super easy apparently. It's kind of like a spring or something like that, and you deactivate it and the clutch plates kind of go back to like normal, where you can operate them with a clutch, so manually. So yeah, if you want to, you know, go to the track and get the, I guess, different, you can still deactivate it and do that. So it's like you have all the options, so it's like the perfect thing to have. And I really wish that like all manufacturers and everyone starts doing this, because like honestly, not having to find neutral at lights and stuff like that makes riding so much better. You know, it makes it feel like I'm actually just enjoying the ride. I'm not like worried about, you know, the clutch and all that. It's very second nature, and like I never complain about it because it's so normal, unless a bike has like a finicky clutch and, you know, a weird friction zone and stuff like that. But I usually don't really mind it. But I mean, now having this feature, it's like, why not have it on everything? It just makes life so much easier. Ooh, felt the front coming up a little bit over there. So yeah, honestly, huge shout out to MV and my buddy Jose as well. You know, if you guys want to follow him, MV Agusta USA, I'm gonna throw their Instagrams right here for you guys. But huge shout out for them for inviting me to this event, because that was honestly, it's a really cool experience, and it allowed me to appreciate MV and understand MV a lot more. I always knew just from the simple message and, you know, the build and finish of the bike, that this bike mainly focuses about, you know, the beauty, motorcycle art, but also but it was like really nice seeing all the details, and
change to white. The white background.
Ah.
Is that what you run on your rush? Is your rush on white?
Yeah, no, it's on dark. Yeah. And I have the different screen too on the rush. The like performance screen or whatever. Yeah, it's very similar to the rush, so it was easy kind of operating and figuring this stuff out. Yeah, also there's another feature that is really cool that I do not think I do have on my bike, and that is the fact that this bike connects to the app and stuff like that. When it connects to the app, it tells you like all your trip information, like for example, if you're on a racetrack or if you're on a canyon or whatever like that, it gives you the details of exactly like where you are and all that, and like how much throttle you're giving it, what's your lean angle, all that stuff, your gear, all the details. So like it's a lot of fun when you want to literally improve your stats and you were curious about like what your lean angle is without like kind of seeing it on the dash. So you can go back, go to your app, and the app, honestly, they explained a lot about the app, and I have to talk about this. I just remembered it because that's a feature that I personally would love. The app has this whole thing of pretty much like a safety, like it's kind of like access. You know how cars have access and you can control them through your phone? That's pretty much what this bike has. It has this whole thing where you can pretty much see if somebody moved your bike, somebody's riding your bike, if it's stolen, obviously, you know, you can track in all that stuff. And also, for example, if you gave this bike to one of your buddies and you're like, hey, ride it, but keep it around LA, and it goes outside of the boundaries that you set for it, it's gonna notify you and tell you that like, hey, your buddy went outside what you told him to go. Another thing is that same thing, you're like, your friend is riding your bike pretty aggressively, you know, he's not slowing down smoothly, or maybe he's like, you know, giving it too much throttle, like he's riding, you know, aggressively. So it tells you like all these little fine details when someone else is riding your bike all through the app, you know, and you can set all these details and notifications through that, which honestly, like, I don't know. And oh, if you have a software update for your bike, you don't have to take it to the dealership anymore. You literally connect it. It's pretty much like a Tesla. You connect it and it just goes. Not bad. Punchy bike. Yeah, it's like kind of smooth, but at the same time it does feel a tad like more stable. It doesn't want to, you know, like kind of get thrown around, but at the same time it does feel pretty smooth. A casual 6-gear pull, this bike really goes. So, and man, it's really comfortable. I love the suspension. It does not feel like my Rush, which is funny because this is kind of like the baby brother of the Rush, you know, like American version. But yeah, American baby version of the Rush. So yeah, as you see, like these other passenger packs, you know, look normal and ugly and are usually a lot heavier. So the fact that they added this cool, nice, custom, clean design on this one made it look a lot cleaner. So, which I absolutely love. Like, I can't believe the amount of times people have asked me like, give me a ride or something like that, and I'm like, I can't. I removed my pegs because they're ugly and they weigh a lot. This bike solves that issue, you know. Like, if I add this technology to the future, like their future bikes, I might have to get me another MV, boys. Because yeah, like MV definitely, like that event explaining everything, you know, the experience, seeing how the people are that work at MV and stuff like that, like honestly made like MV go high up in ranks a lot for me. And you guys know, like, I love all brands. I have like pretty much one of each bike almost. We still don't have a Triumph and a Gixxer, so that one doesn't really count as much. But the main brands, I guess Suzuki is kind of a main brand, but you know, it's a little hard for me to get a Suzuki. But you know, as someone that is an enthusiast and loves all brands, you know, MV definitely like worked its way up in the ranks. You know, it's not only like the technology that they have, like innovation. I love innovation. I love when I see like new things that I'm like, whoa. And this bike did a bunch of them, you know, like with the passenger. I know it's not a big deal for a lot of you guys, but it looks like a single seater, you know what I mean? It looks beautiful, but at the same time you can have the double seater aspect. Adding the clear clutch, as soon as they uncovered it, revealed it, I looked at the clear clutch and I'm like, is that what I think it is? They put a, you know, a bone stock clear clutch on it. I was like, that's awesome, perfect. I mean, I probably wouldn't do that on the Rush even if I had the chance, because I do have the carbon cover, which is pretty nice. So I probably wouldn't do the clear clutch. But if for some reason or somehow they come out with the same technology with the new clutch system, I'm sorry guys, I think it's SCS, is that's what it's called? I hope I'm right. If I'm right, and then props to my memory. But like, yeah, it's very early, no breakfast for me, you guys already know, riding through LA. But I think it's called SCS, you know, the clutch thing. But like, yeah, if they can add that to the Rush, I'm definitely getting that for it, because that would just like make life so much easier and so much more enjoyable. So I would absolutely like be down for that. And look at it, look how beautiful this bike is. Like, you would never assume it's a two-seater. And you know, this triple cylinder, you guys know me, with an exhaust, oh, it would sound so good. So my plans for the triple cylinders, unless I change my mind last minute, because you know, I do want to complete the brands. I want one bike of every brand, and I think the best bike from Triumph is the, what is it, Speed Triple Double R or something like that. So I might be getting that, one of those, maybe, not 100% sure of it. You know, Triumph is kind of like, you know, it's a cool brand, and the Double R, I think, is not bad. But this bike is honestly like so nice. Obviously, you guys know me, I would need a later bike version of this thing, but still, yeah, that sounds good. Very different and unique from the Rush, since it is a 3-cylinder, not a 4. So I am missing a 3-cylinder in my collection, so maybe one day, I don't know. Well, but technically if they move this to the later bike version, then it's going to be a 4-cylinder, not a 3. So I don't know, we'll see. Second gear, same thing, you just take off. So yeah, another thing is that you can actually take off from second gear, so you don't have to be in first. You can literally, like, look, no clutch, I'm in second gear, and give it gas, it goes. If I go into third, however, it says wrong gear, please downshift. I think it'll still go a little bit, but it won't allow me to fully take off. So gotta go back and back again, and now we should be, yeah, in first, just like that. So if I want to go back to neutral, then I do hold in the clutch back to neutral, and that's the only time I use the clutch, literally just to go back to neutral. I don't even need to use it to pop into first. Like, I love it, I love it. Hey, 101 miles on the bike. Yeah, I kind of feel bad. I was like, don't want to, you know, like pushing a lot. It's very low miles, but these are our demo bikes, you know, for the group that was invited with MV to reveal this bike. So I know we're gonna have some fun with it. I really want to test the whole, they're like, if you trust me, you can be in first gear, you can stop, and you can full send it. Does it? That was full pin in like pretty much first gear, and it kind of just like whoop, launches. Woo! She's torquey. She sure is torquey. Yeah, honestly, this is like perfect for the streets. You guys know me, you know how I hate riding in LA. Every time I ride here, I'm like complaining, and I'm like, it's horrible because of, you know, all the traffic and the horrible streets and everything. This bike solved every single issue. I don't even know where we are right now, but look at this. That's a different side of LA that I haven't been to. I don't think so, at least. So I hope you guys are enjoying the LA scenes. This is like a proper tour of LA. And yeah, I was saying before I got distracted and my ADHD kicked in, that I always complain about LA. You know, this bike literally solves every single problem. And I'm not saying that because you guys know me. I'm very like straightforward with what I think about my bikes, my reviews and all that stuff. You know, a lot of you guys disagree with a lot of stuff I say, like, you know, with some of my bikes, but also at the same time, you know, I like to say the truth, and this bike genuinely like feels perfect, because like it's more than enough power. Not having to use neutral like makes it so much easier to stop and go, you know what I mean? It's like a lot less work. The suspension is really comfortable and soft and smooth, so the bike feels great going over like the, you know, bumps and, you know, the streets of LA pretty much. They're their own category with the potholes and bumps and all that type of stuff. One-handed. I don't need, my feet are on the floor and I just give it a throttle and I start going. As easy as that. Bro, where are we? I'm like, are we still in LA? I know we are, but this is a very interesting part of it. LA is like massive, so you know, and there's a lot of like small areas and stuff like that in LA, so it's kind of cool getting a proper tour of LA. They have like a set route and stuff like that, so you know, this is more of the like urban vibes and stuff like that. And then we're gonna be doing some canyons, and hopefully if the sun comes out and stuff like that, then we might do the beach as well. So yeah, you gotta pull in the clutch if you want to rev it. If you rev it without this, it's just gonna go. That was not fully like, you know, kind of yanking it full throttle, but I kind of eased into it and then gave it full throttle, and the bike just took off. It feels like a car at this point, which is really convenient when you want to be comfortable and all that, but also you can still use the clutch and do other stuff if you want it to be like more aggressive and raw. So I love it. I think it's awesome. I love the convenience, to be honest. Hey, look at us. That's us in the reflection over there. Squaw! Yeah, I know we're in downtown LA right now. This looks more familiar. We were in a different weird part of downtown LA before, so it's a pretty packed rooftop actually. But I get the vibes. I get the vibes. Whee! Okay, this is sketch. Another feature that I talked about, so you are in first gear, so the bike doesn't roll. You have a little parking assist that you just push down right here, and now the bike parking brake, so it's stopped. How cool is that? But yeah, and if you want to disengage it, you just shift. Use your rear brake and it kind of disengages and you can roll. Even the keys is beautiful. Look at this key. What the hell? I didn't even get like a cool special key for the Rush. So yeah, and if you guys don't remember, this is just like my Rush. So I love this wheel cap. This is the only other bike that has it. This one is in gloss carbon. Mine is like satin matte carbon with the number of my bike and all that. And this one is also going to be limited to, I believe, 300. So just like the Rush. Beautiful bike. What do you think? So nice. That's like this whole, it's called an SCS clutch, right? Okay, I got it right. I was like, if my memory got that right, then perfect. But bro,
it's so nice. Like
I always complain about riding in LA, and this time I'm like, wow.
you almost have no reason
Yeah, suspension is amazing. Not having to go into neutral, like, yeah, it's like there's nothing that I'm like, oh, it needs, you know, it's a little slippery, this, that, you know, the suspension is off. It was just perfect. That was actually a lot of fun.
You like the clutch? I love the clutch.
Clear clutch cover. This is fun. This is fun. I really enjoyed this. Like, that was an enjoyable LA ride. The last time I did this, I was literally complaining about every single detail about the ride because I was like, LA traffic, blah blah blah. This just solved all these issues. Alright, I'll pause it here and we'll resume because we have a lot more riding to do, but this was kind of like the first review impressions of the bike and stuff like that. Let's see how much battery I have left. Oh my god, not too much. That was a very long ride. We've been filming and riding for like an hour. So okay, we'll pause it here and then we'll film again when we do more fun stuff, maybe the canyons or the photo shoot spots and stuff like that. It's sick, huh? It's so sick. Every bike needs the oh my god, that was so nice. Whew. And yeah, these are the pegs. Let me put it back for her. Yep, there you go. I put back your peg. I put back your peg. I was like, I don't want to push it on it too much while you're on it.
Yeah, I could feel it moving. I was like, what the hell?
Oh yeah. I had to show them. I was like, look at this, and I just pulled it. All right. Yeah. All right, we'll pause it here and we'll resume with the other shoot spots and stuff like that. So, be right back.
Yeah,
Not bad.
not too bad.
Yeah.
I've seen worse.
The issue is right here. Yep, that is the issue. That needs to be cleaned ASAP so it doesn't like stick on it.
Yeah, we can clean it out. We'll do with this later.
Yep.
Yeah, don't worry.
That's gonna be a sick video, which is probably gonna be on Instagram. Check out my Instagram. Okay. But yeah, we were doing some like cool, just riding around back and forth, little shots, and I figured I'll film the burnout because that's kind of cool. But yeah, did you see how I did the burnout? I don't even need to use my clutch. You literally throttle, get some weight off the bike, stabilize the bike, and just give it gas. Burnout, just like that. Super easy. All right, we're gonna attempt to do another like cool shot where me and Carson are gonna kind of like do the launch kind of like next to each other at the same time and just kind of like completely send it. Yo, so like 3 revs and then we go? Okay. Yeah. That was weird. It stalled. I'll rev it less. Yeah, we did a couple launches, but you guys see like literally pretty much full send on the throttle and then we're good. It's crazy with this bike. But yeah, we're gonna get back on the canyon because we're doing still more shooting and stuff like that here. Alright guys, we got a little bit of battery left, but we made it to a little canyon. We already rode a little bit here, but nothing crazy, you know, just chilling. But yeah, we'll see what this bike can do. Honestly, so far it handles really well. It just feels very natural, you know what I mean? It's not like intimidating or annoying or anything like that. It just feels good. really know this canyon at all, so it's not a bike that I'm kind of used to. I think I've been on the naked bike like once or twice in the canyon, so we'll definitely take it slow and chill. Yeah, like I don't know how this bike kind of like reacts when it, like if it slides a little bit or anything like that. We have it on pretty low settings, so definitely not trying to push its limits. But yeah, another cool thing I learned about it is that this guy right here, this little dial, can adjust your steering stabilizer, so you can set it all the way hard, or turn it the other way around, it's all the way soft, so that's pretty nice. But it's very easy to transition on this bike, like kind of going left to right and all that. Very nice, smooth. Alright, I'm gonna save this here so we can end kind of like somewhere around there, maybe with a nice view, or maybe back at the villa. So save whatever sliver of battery I got left.
Alright.
Fun ride. Parking assist, as I said. Easy peasy. So now the bike, it's in first gear, but it won't roll. That was fun. We got some little action shots, nothing too crazy, but you know, some little fun stuff and all that. But yeah, look at us all lined up and nice. But yeah, again, huge shout out to MV Agusta for this invite, for the reveal of this bike and getting to experience it. We rode for like 40 miles, around like 3+ hours. So
Trying to be different, I am.
That's impressive. I don't know. To
Oh no, it's fine. I think.
keep it on the bike?
Yeah, in Beverly Hills it should be fine.
Okay. It's habit. I'm like, take the key out. You have a fair point. It's Beverly Hills. Should be fine. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like and subscribe, and the R8. And yeah, make sure, are we rolling? Yeah. But yeah, MV Agusta, yesterday the reveal was right there. I mean, you guys probably already saw it. Then we put the bike here and stuff like that. So that was cool and fun. And we had dinner and everything. They had the presentation here. But now we get to enjoy some food and fruits. That looks amazing. But look at this view. Beverly Hills. Yeah, that was definitely a fun experience. So again, huge shout out to MV Agusta. Honestly, like, learned a lot about the brand, as I said before, and all that good stuff. So it was definitely an amazing experience, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. The bike was awesome. So I don't know if I mentioned, but just like my Rush, it comes with its blocks, parts, and certification, all that type of cool stuff. So yeah, as I said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Love y'all. Peace out, ride safe.